Welcome to Soft Reviewed. In this video, we are going to discuss whether Google can detect AI generated content and where Google stands on AI generated content. For that, we are going to look at some of the previous comments made from the Google employees themselves. And for that, first, we are looking at John Mueller, who is a search advocate for Google, who talked about AI content previously in the year 2022. The month is April 1st, and this is during the SEO office hours. Let's take a look at
and
what
one of
his
the
stance on AI content
moderators
is.
at Reddit. And ever since GPT-3 based AI writing tools started to get advertised, uh, our community is having a debate over whether or not to use them. Although our stance is mostly against it, but we are trying, or maybe I should say, we are struggling to see what is Google's official position on the same. Someone had posted on Reddit if they should be using these AI content writing tools, to which you responded no, but you had no further explanation to it. And then you had also posted some cryptic tweets about it. So I'm just trying to understand more that how does Google react to websites hosting AI written content, and what is your suggestion for all of us?
Yeah. So for us, these would essentially still fall into the category of automatically generated content, which is something that we've had in the Webmaster Guidelines since almost the beginning, I think. And people have been automatically generating content in lots of different ways. And for us, if you're using machine learning tools to kind of generate your content, it's essentially the same as if you're just, I don't know, shuffling words around or looking up synonyms or doing kind of the translation tricks that people used to do, those kind of things. My suspicion is that maybe the quality of content is a little bit better than kind of the really old school tools, but for us, it's still automatically generated content. And that means for us, it's still against the Webmaster Guide. So we would consider that to be spam. So
just to follow up on that, are you saying that Google is able to understand the difference between human and AI content?
I can't claim that, but I mean, for us, if we see that something is automatically generated, then the web spam team can definitely take action on that. And I don't know how the future will evolve there, but I imagine, like with any of these other technologies, there will be a little bit of a cat and mouse game where sometimes people do something and they get away with it, and then the web spam team catches up and kind of solves that issue on a broader scale. But from our recommendation, we still see it as automatically generated content. I think, I don't know, over time, maybe this is something that will evolve in that it will become more of a tool for people, kind of like you would use machine translation as a basis for creating a translated version of a website, but you still essentially work through it manually. And maybe over time, these AI tools will evolve in that direction, that you use them to kind of be more efficient in your writing, or to make sure that you're writing in a proper way, kind of like the spelling and the grammar checking tools, which are also based on machine learning. But I don't know what the future brings there.
So you are saying currently it's not there yet?
I mean, currently it's all against the Webmaster Guidelines. So from our point of view, if we were to run across something like that, if the web spam team were to see it, they would see it as spam.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Now let's take a look at their webmaster guideline that specifically says automatically generated content must be avoided. That's the first iteration. Then they changed automatically generated content to manipulate search engine needs to be avoided. This all changes happened in 1 month's time. And now let's look at Danny Sullivan, who is a journalist working for Google. He said this on November 7th, We haven't said AI content is bad. We said pretty clearly content written primarily for search engine rather than human is the issue. That's what we are focused on. If someone fires up 100 humans to write content just to rank, or fires up a spinner or AI, it's the same issue. So now they are saying AI generated content is not an issue as long as it is written for humans. And now let's look at John Mueller, who changed his stance on AI content on December 29th, and he said, like, I don't know if AI is the right approach to make titles and description, but if you are running out of ideas, and especially if you see pages showing up in searches for wrong terms, it seems like a good way to get inspiration or to try new things out. I would strongly discourage blindly following it, though you know your audience much better than any tool. So he changed his opinion from don't use AI to you can use AI if it helps you with creating new ideas. So it changed all in December with the release of ChatGPT. Now let's look at Search Console's guidelines for spammy content. It's written like spammy automatically generated content is the content that's been generated programmatically without producing anything original or adding sufficient value. Instead, it's been generated primarily for the purpose of manipulating search engine rankings and not helping users. Let's look at some example of this type of content. Text that makes no sense to the reader but contains search keyword, text translated by automated tools without human review or curation before publishing, text generated through automated process with regards for quality or user experience, text generated using synonyms and paraphrasing or obfuscation techniques, text generated from scraping feeds or search results, stitching or combining content from different web pages without adding sufficient value. So these are some of the kind of content that Google thinks that are spammy, so please avoid using contents like this. Now let's look at what Google meant by saying don't write for search engine first. In that context, what they mean is like, is the content primarily to attract people from search engines other than made for humans? Are you producing a lot of content on different topics hoping that some of it might perform well in search result? Are you using extensive automation to produce content? Are you mainly summarizing what others have to say without adding much value? Are you writing about things simply because they seem trending, not because you write about them for your existing audience? Do you or content leave readers feel like they need to search again to get better information from other sources? Are you writing to a particular word count because you heard Google has preferred word count? No, we don't. Did you decide to enter some niche topic area without real experience, but instead mainly because you thought you'd get search traffic? Does your content promise to answer a question that actually has no answer, such as suggesting their release date or for a product, movie or TV show when it's not confirmed? So these are some of the search engine first content examples. Rather than that, Google is insisting on focus on people first content. By that they mean, do you have an existing or intended audience for your business or site that would find your content useful if they came directly to you? Does your content clearly demonstrate first-hand experience or depth of knowledge, for example expertise that comes with having actually used the product or visiting the place? Does your site have a primarily purpose of focus? After reading your content, will someone leave feeling they have learned enough about a topic to help achieve their goal? Will someone reading your content leave feeling like they have had a satisfying experience? Are you keeping in mind our guidance for core updates and product reviews? So these are some of the things that Google would like to see us as webmasters. So in conclusion, using AI for content generation can be helpful, but it's crucial to inject our own personality and provide real value to the user. It's important to focus on answering the questions clearly and demonstrating the expertise in the subject matter. Remember, providing a positive user experience is key to the success in the long run. So, hope this video was helpful. If you found something useful in this video, please do like, share and subscribe for more future videos. And again, thank you for watching. Hope you learned something new. Till I find something new for you guys, it's bye for now.